alone, defenseless. That's sometimes how I feel as a single, never married woman. I have a smart car that wasn't acting very smart the other day. Certainly couldn't have been the owner. I park, turn the key to remove it, and it's stuck. I pull and pull, trying to extract it from the lock, and gasp with dismay when I see the head of the key in my hand, leaving the shaft still in the lock. Now what do? I feel bereft, defenseless. Where do I turn? And thus began the tale of the key. And I think of a woman in the Bible who really knew what it was like to be bereft, defenseless, and alone. The widow of Nain in Luke 7, whose only son died. In that culture, the husband was the protector. After his death, her son was her protector. Now she was defenseless. I wonder what it would have been like to be the widow of Nain at her son's funeral procession. This funeral is tearing my heart, leaving a pleading wound of loneliness. My son, why did Jehovah take you from me? Have I not lost enough? I had to lose you too? There's Jesus. If only he's filled my mind and heart. If only Jesus could have come and healed my son while there was still life, still hope. But it's too late. Jesus is approaching me? What's that? Oh, what a dear man. He just told me, don't cry. Sweet thought. But not possible. Jesus is so kind, so strong. I'll bet he is his mother's defender. He just touched the funeral bier so the bearers would stop and said, young man, I say to you, get up. And my son is standing up? Oh, Jehovah, I was so wrong. I was never without a protector. For you have been, you are, and will ever be my defender, my protector. God ever has, ever is, and will ever be my protector, my defender. And when I prayed fervently to God, pouring my heart out to him, my protector, I once again tried to turn the shaft so I could pull it out, as I had so unsuccessfully tried so many, many times, and it came out. But then I had a shaft and a key. Now what? God put in my mind that I had a spare key that I never used because its battery was dead. And I realized it would work in the ignition. And the shaftless head of my original key could still lock and unlock the doors. And then I lost the spare key as it dropped off the carabiner when I wasn't looking. One lone key lost somewhere in my house? Talk about a needle in a haystack. So I went back to the puzzle of the shaft and the head. Glue? Not glue? After agonizing for far too long, God put it in my head to just try pushing the two pieces back together. And they fit snugly, as if they had never separated. No glue needed. And then I found the spare key lying on the carpet in front of my home office. I took it to the hardware store to have its battery replaced. And now, Instead of having to pay to have the shaft extracted from my ignition, instead of having to have my car towed, instead of paying $212 for a new key, for the price of a watch battery, I now have 2 fully functioning keys. God is my defender. God is my protector. Even when he's defending me against myself, I realize that it is so appropriate that my lesson in trusting God as my provider revolved around a key. If I could say what is the key to live a life that is worry-free, it's that we need to plug into his power and always rely on him hour by hour. He loves us so much. All we need is his touch to calm our nerves, bring out our reserves. He is our defender. Anyone else? A pretender. We bring him our needs, our worry and care, and rely on him because he's always there. And when I get upset and let worries pile on me, the reason is apparent. It's that I've misplaced the key.